Hello everybody. Today I want to share my progress about the program that I'm making. Um, it's basically a program that I want to compare two people's ratings of board games with each other and then show how compatible they are, or kind of see in if a game which is in my top 10% of favorite games is in their top 10% of favorite games as well. So in order to do that, I needed to play with CSV data. CSV is information like this. You can present it in like this Excel format, but it usually comes in like a text format where each of these fields is separated by a comma, hence comma separated values, hence CSV. So I don't need all these columns that Boardgamegeek is giving me. That's just way too many columns from this website. I only really need the names of the games and the ratings that the player has given them. So what I did is make my first app here under Autobots called CSV Magic. And what that does is lets me open up a CSV. And so let me open up my games here. And then I can select the columns that I want to save it as, and it'll only save those columns. It won't save anything else. So for example, I've got object name and then ratings. And I can even sort the ratings, so by descending order. There we go. That's all the games are given 10 out of 10. So far, in order to not flood the computer and freeze it, I've restricted the preview. But if I want to increase the preview, I can now preview 30 games there, which is awesome. Or I can preview all 515 lines. And there you go. So that's awesome. I can now do this in bulk instead of opening up a spreadsheet application and then deleting all the files. I can just run the app. But then I was like, can I make this faster? And yes, we can. So I made a custom version of the original program, which all I have to do is select the CSV and it'll do the job for me. So let me click here and click on Alan's games, and boom, it's saved it over here in this new CSV here. And if I open it up, it will show you that it only saved these two things, plus a third thing, which I've called percentile. So this is an original column that I've generated using this program. And what that will let me do is, instead of using people's ratings as a ranking system, as a being like, oh, I love all games which are 8 out of 10 or higher, everyone's subjective ratings can now be more objectified in a percentile, where if someone doesn't give out many 10s, that must be a pretty good game. But if someone's giving out a lot of 10s and 9s, then, the percentile kind of changes. And so that's why I'm using percentile there. So then I've got that data, and then now we can move on to my final program, which I'm really proud of, is the game suggester. So I'll open up a folder which has a bunch of CSVs. So let me find that folder here. Open. And these are all the CSVs, which again, you can see the initial CSVM are the ones which I ran through the second program I made. And so I'll select, say myself, and I'll select Seb and Alan, who let's say came over to my house for a board game night, and then I can select the percentile of games. And so the lower it is, the higher we've rated them. So 100% means that's all our games. And so that number there, 3, means all the games that we've played together. 2 means 2 of us have played the game, and 1 means only 1 of us has played that game there. So when I reduce the thing to, let's say, 10%, it'll only show you our favorite 10% of games. And so over here you can see all of us think Splendor is amazing, and it's in the 10% of our games. 2 of us think Magic the Gathering is awesome, and 2 of us think Dominion's awesome. So when these two friends come over to play at my house, I'd be like, hey, we all know the rules of Splendor, let's play that. Or I can be like, hey, that one person who doesn't know how to play, let's play one of these games that the 2 of us think is awesome, right? And if I want to increase that range, I just increase the percentage quality, reduce the percentage quality, I guess. So now it's top 20% of my games, or our games, and boom, you can see Black Friday is something that we all like as well. So that's the app I made. I hope it's going to be useful in my future games nights, and I want to in the future be able to automate downloading this CSV data. So I think that'll be the next app I make, is to be able to download this easily, and that way this one app, even if they're not already pre-populated here, I can combine the previous 3 apps I've made into one mega app. And so all I have to do is write the Boardgamegeek username and be able to download the data, eliminate the columns, sort it out, give it a percentile rating, and then be able to be used in this list. So yeah, that's my project progress. I'm quite happy with this this app I've made, Game Suggester. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.